Hi, my name is Jivan Haddad, and I am in your speech Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. to 8:50 class, and this is my informative speech on the radiated tortoise. So right here in my hand are 3 critically endangered radiated tortoises. Now, to start off, I'd like to explain that these critically endangered tortoises are only native to the island of Madagascar, and they only occur in the southernmost point of the island. So the island as a whole has the north and the south. In the south, which is more beachy coastal areas, these tortoises will reside, and that's where you can find them the most. Now, why am I talking about these tortoises? Why should you be concerned about these tortoises? These animals right here in their native habitat are a keystone species, and what that means is that they basically everything they eat and everything they do kind of benefits the natural habitat and their environment as a whole. So by them eating fruits, eating seeds from plants, they really will poop it out as they walk around, and they'll continue to propagate those native plants. Now, why is this animal being poached? Why is this animal being critically wiped out? Now, to give you a rundown, actually, is these tortoises are native to an island, and being that they're native to an island automatically makes them considered an endangered species. Now, this animal is a critically endangered species because on top of its native already endangerment, people go out and they poach these animals. So poaching, what is poaching? You may ask yourself, I don't know what poaching is, but here I'm going to explain to you. So poaching is the method of going out and basically collecting native animals or any animal and destroying it. So what they'll do is they'll go out, they'll find these little babies, they'll find the adult versions of these tortoises, capture them, kill them, use them for meat, sell the shells, export them to Asia and to the traditional medicine market, which in reality does nothing because these tortoise shells are made out of keratin, and keratin is the same component that is made of our fingernails and our hair. So by these animals being naturally wiped out and poached, it's very sad that they do not get the chance to reproduce in the wild. So that is one of the major reasons. Now, the most famous case of poaching in 2018, there were about 10,000 radiated tortoises confiscated by the Turtle Survivor Alliance. They were found in an abandoned Madagascar home, and what's sad about that is that since there's such a large group of these animals, they were taken out of their native population, and they're not able to basically reproduce anymore because about half the population was considered sick and deemed non-releasable. So without being able to be released into the wild, they were not going to be able to obviously flourish and protect themselves. So the other thing about the radiated tortoise is their diet. So it's a grassland species and comes from an island, their diet is very specific in the wild and in captivity. So in captivity, what we do is we supplement their natural diet with hibiscus flowers, hibiscus leaves, Opuntia cactus. We also use hays such as orchard grass and alfalfa hay. We want to feed things that are low in protein, high in fiber, low in starch, high in calcium, because these animals have a specific digestive tract that are not going to be able to handle sugary foods. Now, that being said, a great way of hydration is supplementing their diet with watermelon, obviously cantaloupe, honeydew, stuff that has a little bit of water retention in it so that when they do eat it, they can flourish and obviously, just go along with their lives, because hydration is key for these little guys since they are a small little animal. And as adults, they only reach about 15-20 pounds. They're not a big tortoise. They can die very fast of digestive issues and obviously hydration issues. What else? So their natural beauty, which is very true. This is a very beautiful tortoise, and that's one of the reasons why they're poached so much, is because their shell here, as you can see, let me focus in on the camera. Their marginal lines, they have about 11 marginal scutes on the bottom, and they go around each side. So in total, 22 marginal scutes, and on the top of their carapace, and this is called their plastron, they have this nice, beautiful radiated lines. So they get their name radiated tortoise from the nice radiated marginal lines. We like to call them sacred geometry, natural sacred geometry, because you can see each tortoise is different. While they do look the same, they each have their own unique shell pattern. It's like almost like our fingertips. We each have a nice, unique fingertip pattern to our own selves being as humans. So the conservation behind these animals, the reason why these animals haven't gone completely extinct in the wild is because natural protection in their native habitat has been going on. The native people of Malagasy also protect these animals themselves, but the government does not. So what happens is groups like the Turtle Survivor Alliance, World Wildlife Foundation, 3J's Tortoise Sanctuary, stuff like that, they go out into the natural area, they establish breeding colonies in the wild and in captivity. So that brings me to my next step that I want to talk about. The reason why these tortoises are being able to reproduce in captivity, and obviously we're giving them a chance in the wild, is because it's called assurance colonies. And right now what I have myself is I have 3 of these guys, and that makes me an assurance colony, a conservationist, that I'm able to keep these animals in captivity and in hopes in the future of reproducing them and just repopulating them in the wild. Now, people like Jason Abels, people like Mike Loret, these are very famous people that have put lots of years and effort into this conservation, have very well established groups in captivity, and they're obviously continuing their growth and making them amazing animals to keep, and obviously, like I said, with hopes of returning them into their natural population. So all these things could not be possible without the help of many dedicated people. I myself consider myself a very dedicated person. Like I said previously, I've had over 10 years of experience working with endangered fauna and classified animals such as these radiated tortoises, sulcata tortoises, aldabras, macaws, Indian ringnecks, certain snake species, endangered iguanas. So I just wanted to just explain to you and just share my passion for these animals. I'm very passionate about protecting things that do not have voices. So animals for me is the number one reason why I like to advocate for them. I am their voice, and without their expression, without my expression, we need to learn and protect what we love. So that's just a rundown. These tortoises, like I said before, grassland species, have a specific grassland diet. I explained the things that they can eat, what they can't eat, such as sugary foods, where they come from, which is Madagascar. Why they're already considered an endangered species is because it comes from an island, and island species are automatically booked as endangered just because of natural disasters, invasive species, disease, things of that sort that can wipe them out as a whole. Poaching is the number one reason why these tortoises die, and obviously medicinal export, and obviously for the illegal pet trade also. So I just wanted to give you that rundown. Hope you enjoyed my speech. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I will attach my outline also in the email. So thank you so much, and hope you have a wonderful day.